Hi, Mikel.
Hello.
A good win today, obviously two defeats against West Ham in the last two games.
Yeah.
Something you were quite keen to make up.
Yeah, well, the last two games, they've been very special in that sense. In Newcastle, because we had a history there, a lot of scars and a lot of learnings to take. We put that right. And then we had West Ham with losing two games at home the previous two seasons. I told them it was a big opportunity. We had very difficult fixtures since the start of the season, some very bad injuries as well, not helping. And still, the team is there. The team is performing, playing well, winning today with, I think, absolute dominance and without conceding a goal. So good to get to international break in this spirit.
And just on Martin Odegaard, he had to go off in the first half. Is there any update, or is it too early to know?
Well, I think he had a clash knee to knee, and immediately he was uncomfortable. I just spoke to him. He's not positive about it. He's got a brace on. We'll have to wait and see from the doctors. But we haven't been very unlucky with that either.
Alex, BBC.
Hi, Michael. Just on Martin again, how disappointing is it for him, especially after the performance in midweek, and he's had to come off 3 times now?
Yeah, we haven't had him since the start of the season for one reason or the other. The shoulder twice, and then this injury. So yeah, we have to wait and see the extent of that injury. We will find solutions, but obviously, he's our captain. He's a player that gives us a completely different dimension with the things that he can do, especially in attacking. And let's wait, and hopefully, it's not that bad.
Tom, football line.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
I want to ask about Calafiore, because I was under the impression that he was a left back, but he's played pretty much everywhere on that field today. So what does his role bring to your team?
Yeah, a lot of dynamism. Sometimes a bit chaotic, but I think his dynamism and the spaces and the situations that he can create very difficult to control for the pen, especially against a team that is very, very zonal, very well organized, and you have to disrupt their organization in order to create chances. And I think we've done that really well.
Charlie, the son.
Can I ask you about Declan? Is he all right? Did he hurt his back or something? Is it serious? And B, how pleased were you with? He made quite a difficult chance look easy today.
Well, he's not all right because he asked me to come off, so that's a shame. So he had pain in his back and he could not carry on, which is something very unusual for Declan. So we'll have to assess him and see how he is.
But also today, though, the fact is that you suffered a couple of blows, but you had so much quality to bring on. Is that maybe the difference? That you know, you're still quite comfortable today being able to bring on Zubimendi?
Yes, for sure. That's what we want, but it's not ideal because we had really clear intentions with the lineup as well, what we wanted to do, and that last very few minutes because of the injuries of Martin. But the good thing is that, as you said, we can bring somebody else and be a little bit different, but still very, very efficient.
Art Athletic.
And just with bringing on Zubimendi, what was the thinking there? Because when Odegaard's come off before, Ethan's the one that's replaced him. So did you want something a bit different?
Yeah, especially the way they acted and the way they were matching our midfield and the spaces that we could create with Subi. I think was better. They didn't have any intention to play or combine in the first phase as well. So that was creating a lot of direct play, second balls, and we wanted to create, to make sure that we could control that, to dominate the game in the areas that we wanted, and that's the reason why.
And with the midfield that started, you said you had clear intentions with that. Were you happy with what you saw from them? And would you try that midfield again?
Yeah, we need more chemistry, and we needed a longer period because the first part, till they start to live it and find the solutions and the tools that are going to allow them to flourish. Someday it takes a while in the team, but it never happened because it was too early since Martin's injury.
Okay, Nick from Peter's at the back.
Hi, Mikel. A couple of numbers questions. Your 300th game as manager today. Is it getting a bit easier now?
Well, very proud is a big number for this football club. I want to thank you, everybody, especially my coaching staff that they've been with me since day one, and without them, it's impossible to, first of all, to do the job, and secondly, to enjoy it. So I know that I have the best people in the world around me. And after all, the players and the staff that they've been since day one, supporting, helping me to be a better coach, to learn from them, to inspire me, and to enjoy the good moments as well. So I wanted to celebrate it with a win. I've got it. Now we have the international break to enjoy it and use the time as well to prepare, because what's coming in the next break is going to be really difficult again.
And some thoughts on Bukayo Saka, 200 Premier League games.
Yeah, when you look at those numbers, 200 games, 100 goal involvements, I mean, it's unbelievable at his age what he's doing, the manner that he's doing it as well. Really impressive. That's the kind of players that we need to achieve what we want.
And finally, we'll go to Isan from the Daily Mail.
I'm Cal.
Hi.
Looking forward now, you've got games against Fulham, Crystal Palace, Burnley, Sunderland. Of course, no game is easy, but having obviously won 1-0 away at St James, winning the 2 away already against, not against the 2 top side of the current top ahead. But now with them games ahead, is this a real chance for you to really make a statement and make some inroads at the top of the table?
Yeah, well, we know how difficult those games are going to be, but we wanted to come here because we had some very difficult fixtures, playing some of the top teams, some of them away as well, and with some big injuries as well. And we had to adjust a lot of things with some players that they were coming as well from big injuries and surgeries in the first few weeks of the season. So it's been a challenge, but the team has been, I think, very convincing in performances and results, and it's a good platform now to continue.